Hi, I'm Favor Osage, a mental health advocate. Thanks for tuning in to this amazing episode on Force Culture. And I'm super excited that you're here today, still on our mental health series. This episode is going to be focusing on stigmatization and discrimination against people with mental health issues. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. I feel so good. I feel so blessed to be here today. It's been a while here. So we're talking about discrimination and stigmatization against people with mental health issues. Studies have proved that more than half of people with mental health issues don't receive help for their disorder. Yeah. You heard that right. They don't receive help for their disorder. Often, they even avoid to seek treatment due to the fact that they are concerned that they will be treated differently, or the fear of losing their job. The fact remains, discrimination and stigmatization against people with mental health issues is still much of a big problem today. So now, I'm going to start off by saying that this discrimination and stigmatization comes from a place of lack of understanding. Most people don't really know what mental health is all about. They don't make deliberate effort by learning or going on social media, go on your internet to go and browse about what is really mental health. What's mental health all about? Because most people don't know. Lack of understanding and misrepresentation about what mental health is really all about. That has caused a lot of discrimination, stigmatization against people with mental health issues. You get to hear, you ask some people, why don't you? They'll tell you, and they are dangerous people, they are unpredictable, all manners of things you hear. The fact it remains is this discrimination and stigmatization not only affect people with mental health issues, it affects those who support them, their loved ones who support them, especially their family members. So now, there are three categories of stigma. We have self-stigma, we have public stigma, and we have institutional stigma. I'm going to try to take them and just talk about them briefly. So the public stigma, it's an issue because this is the negative way people see you, negative way people see, this is a negative perception people have about those with mental health illness. Why the self-stigma is people with mental health issues now internalizing shame, but like internalizing shame, looking at themselves in a certain way, like, okay, and they are not fit, that brings low self-esteem, low self-confidence, and so many other things. Like, they feel so ashamed about their condition, about themselves. Why the institutional stigma? This is where the problem really lies. Institutional stigma. This involves the government, the private organization, embodying some policies, some laws that limit people with mental health issues from getting jobs, because, some they tell you is not intentional. Some is, well, whatever the case may be, those coded policies that limit opportunities for those with mental health issues, those are institutional stigma. So now, how does this thing affect people with mental health issues? Number one, it will not allow them to talk about their problem, especially in workplace. If somebody at work is already having a mental health illness, it can't openly come out knowing fully well the consequences that will come with this. Talking about it he might lose his job. The shame, the way people begin to look at her or him differently from the way they normally see her before. So it will affect their self-esteem. It's going to affect the way they see themselves, and there are so many other ways it's going to affect them. It will make them to isolate themselves. They don't want to associate with anybody because of the way people begin to see them. So now, how do we reduce this problem? How do we break this stigma? How do we break this discrimination? Number one, you need to start talking about mental health. If you don't know anything about mental health, like I said before, go online, go and read about mental health. Make a deliberate decision, make a deliberate choice to read about mental health, learn about it. And you know, when you learn about it, after learning, you can start by educating your friends. Educate your friends what mental health is all about. Talk to your friends, talk to your loved ones. Okay, this is what mental health is all about. And when you've done that, please show support and mind the kind of languages you use, because words are powerful. Words does have effect on people. So when you mind the kind of words you use around people with mental health, because words are powerful. I say that again, words are powerful. Then you show support. Show that you care. You don't necessarily have to, you know, be there all the time. You sympathizing with them, you know, show empathy, show love, show that you care. Not just, you know, look at them in a certain type of way. No, just show that you care. That will go a long way. And tell them, you can also tell them that it's okay not to be okay sometimes. That's also part of your support. And if you know anybody that provide help, encourage them, tell them there's no shame in coming out to talk about their mental health. Because the beautiful thing about this whole thing right now is that I'm so happy because a lot of celebrities, A-list celebrities, are coming out to talk about their mental health issues. You know, they're trying to break the stereotype, the stigma surrounding this whole thing, that okay, if actress like Taraji Pitt NC can come out and talk about her mental health struggle, you know, as high profile as she is, coming out openly, publicly to talk about her mental health struggle, I don't see any reason why you can't come out to talk about it. You need to take, you know, you need to take up the courage. You need to have faith in yourself, because you need to have faith in yourself. Forget about what other people are saying. Forget about what other people are saying. Just come out, talk about your mental health. And please, people, let's stop the stigma. Let's stop the stereotype. Let's stop the discrimination against these people, because another way it also affects them, you know, them looking for housing become a problem, because nobody wants to employ, nobody wants to rent their apartment to people with mental health issues. They find it difficult to get jobs. That's also another way it affects them. They find it difficult to get job. They find it difficult to get a place where they will stay, and associating with people as well. They find it so difficult. So please, let's reduce this stigma. Let's reduce the shame. Start reading. Start creating awareness in your neighborhood, among your friends, and it's going to help a whole lot of ways, so that, you know, their lives matter. Their life matter, and they need a job to survive. They need a place to stay. So stop the self-stigma, stop the public stigma, and the government, we are pleading with you. Some of those policies that are not helping, that are limiting opportunities for people with mental health issues, need to be amended, because all life matters. All life matter, whether you're completely fine or you have a mental health issues, you're disabled, whatever. There should be an opportunities for everybody. There should be opportunities. There should be policies that fit, that you know, that all these categories of people fit in, that will benefit all lives, because all lives matters. I love you, and I want to thank you very much for tuning in to this amazing episode. Thank you for watching, and stay inspired. Love yourself, because you're not alone. Yeah, I have to remind you of that. You're not alone. We are all in this together. Please spread the awareness. Mental health matters. Mental health matters. We love you very, very, very much, and do stay inspired always with Force Culture. Do you, and love Jesus more. Bye.